Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My dear brothers and sisters here. How are you all? Assalamu alaikum. Kindly make use of the chat box, inshallah. Alhamdulillah. Hope and pray you all are well and good. Bismillah ta'ala. Inshallah. Alhamdulillah, dear sisters and brothers, we are into the day 6 of this Canva Mastery course, and Alhamdulillah, we are going to learn so many topics in today's class as well, starting off with the logo making, and then inshallah, we are going to cover something called as social media graphics, inshallah. So again, let's begin the session with the rectification of intention. Make a niyah that you're going to educate yourself with the skill. You're going to inshallah pursue a career through this skill, which would in turn give your rizq halal, which would be a means of earning rewards as well. And please make a niyyah that you're going to use this talent, use this ability, use this skill for the sake of Allah, inshallah. Because today's session, dear sisters and brothers, we're going to cover the logo making as well as social media graphics. We're going to start, inshallah. The very first thing that we're going to see in the social media graphics would be how we are going to create Islamic flyers, the Quranic graphics, how to make the Quranic content, inshallah ta'ala, how to make the Quranic content in the form of the flyers and the posters or something like that, inshallah. So, dear sisters and brothers, with the niyyah that we are going to learn something for the sake of Allah and do something for the deen of Allah, let's be very attentive in the session, very cooperative, and I just want you all to be very attentive and concentrating, inshallah, so that we'll begin the session with the name of Allah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So that Allah puts barakah in this session of ours, inshallah, because this would be a very excellent session when we think this in terms of our akhirah, because hope you all know that the skill that we are learning can also be used for the deen of Allah, right? Yes, probably you all have seen the YouTubers, the Instagrammers, and more are using this skill against the deen of Allah, correct? Yes, we as Muslims and a Muslimah here, dear sisters and brothers, we can use this skill for the sake of Allah, right? Inshallah ta'ala. So with this spirit, with this niyyah that we are going to use this skill for the deen of Allah, inshallah, let's begin. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So that let's seek help from Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that He give barakah in this, and let us use our talent, use our time, use our efforts, and use our skill to our best, inshallah ta'ala, for the deen of Allah. So come on, let's continue on to this journey of being more productive with our smart devices. Alhamdulillah, dear sisters and brothers, till now we have learned so many things in the day 5th of this course. Can you all just recap whatever we had dealt with in the previous session? Come on, type in the chat box whatever was learned, whatever was dealt in the previous session, dear sisters and brothers. In yesterday's class, we started off with logo making, right? Yes, we learned some of the logo making starting from the scratch, yes, from the templates, from the scratch, from the word text, that's called as typography, right? Yes, we had seen two kinds of logos. One is the word mark, another would be the iconography, right? Or the symbol kind of logo, and another would be the combination of both of it, right? Yes. So those were seen, and cutouts were seen. Some of you have understood, some of you have not understood, but still, inshallah, we're going to focus on that as well today, inshallah. We're going to see how you're going to typecraft the textual content, how you're going to use the typography, how you're going to use some AI tools, inshallah ta'ala. So this was discussed in previous session, brand guideline kit, how to establish this, and these were the logos that we had created in yesterday's session, yes, sisters and brothers. Okay, this is over here. I've embedded this design. Hopefully you will understand this when you're going to learn the presentations, inshallah. So this is how you embed the designs. Fine. Okay. So these were the logos that we had designed. Okay. Inshallah, you're going to learn some things called as font combinations. You're going to learn some things called as how to create the round logos and how also to create the 3D kind of logos. Fine. Okay. So this was shown for the sake of cutouts. Okay. This was shown to make you know what is a cutout. Okay. Okay, alhamdulillah, these were 24 logos that we had created in the previous session, and alhamdulillah, whatever you have shared, dear sisters and brothers, your homeworks were excellently done. Barakallahu fiki. Okay, so alhamdulillah. So entering into the D6 of this course, we are going to start inshallah with again the logo generation, and then we are going to head on to the topic of social media graphics, inshallah. For this logo creation, we have so many more topics left out, the 3D logo making and more, inshallah. So let's begin with the name of Allah, and we are going to start first with the logo making and then social media graphics. Under social media graphics, the very first thing that we are going to start is the Afzalul Zikr. Hopefully, you know what is the Afzalul Kalam, or what we say, the best of the best knowledge throughout this world. The world can witness, the world has ever witnessed. Which is it, dear sisters and brothers? It's Al Quran, right? The knowledge of Quran. Inshallah, we are going to interpret that. We are going to put that in the form of the flyers. Isn't it amazing that we have got this thing? We have got this thing that we have to deliver the kalam of Allah to the people, right? Yes, dawah is mandatory on us, right? Yes, sisters and brothers. Yes, inshallah. With the spirit of doing this, inshallah, let's start this work together today, inshallah. I'll teach you how you're going to get this Arabic content, how you're going to source the Quranic text, how you're going to get the ayahs from the Quran, how you're going to get the translations, where are you going to get the mp3s from, where are you going to get the audios from. Everything will be dealt with, inshallah. Okay, make sure, do not worry, inshallah, you all will be learning this. Remember, you're learning it from a graphic designer who has been working on the Quranic videos, Quranic recitation videos, Quranic graphics making from past 8 to 9 years. Alhamdulillah. So, inshallah, dear sisters and brothers, so with this, inshallah, we're going to begin on this topic, and inshallah, we will also clear the doubts if we have some time left out at the end of the session, inshallah. So, let's begin. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Come on. So I already told you there is something called as some topics are left out in the logo making. So let me just go ahead with the logo that we were creating. Okay, it was this one, right? Zar Studio. So let me just open it. Come on, open the logo, the same logo dimension that you were using in previous session. Open it up, dear sisters and brothers. We'll just edit few more logos with few more topics, and then we'll go ahead with the new topic. Okay. Just a moment, inshallah. There was a glitch. Fine. Is it all fine? I'm audible, perfectly audible, please. I just want you all to respond. Okay, alhamdulillah. Barakallah. Jazakumullah khairan, dear sisters. So, alhamdulillah, these were some of the graphics. Fine, dear sisters and brothers, see here, some of the textual contents like these are not going well with this design. Can you see that? The fonts are not going well here on the designs, okay? There is also an option with you on the styles. Have you all noticed that? Something called as font combinations. Have you seen that? Font sets. You can even have the proper font sets that go well with the designs, okay? You can even try this up, okay? It will give you proper fonts that will go well with your designs. Fine? You can select that. See, in this way. This font, I just like it. We can just go ahead with this as well. So font combinations and color palettes are very essential when you're going to create the designs. Remember that when you're going to create the designs or whatever, dear sisters and brothers, font combinations as well as the what color palette. Remember that is very important when you're going to create any logos, any designs. Fine? Okay. So these were some of the logos that we had created. Again, remember, font combination is not fine here. You can change it into this in any way that you want. Fine. You have font sets here. Change it accordingly. Fine. Okay, let me see what will go well here. Okay, this would be better if it is also Gagarin font. A would be the same font as this. Gagarin font. So you just have to make minor changes, and then that would be perfectly done. Sunshine Academy. Okay, you have ways to create this very more beautiful than that. Fine. Okay, in this way or anyways. Fine. Okay, make sure you're creating the masterpieces out of it. Fine. Okay, where is the font combination? Go to this. Go to the templates. Go to the styles. There's something called as font sets. Okay, see all. You have font combinations that go well with the design. This is also placed by the graphic designers. Fine. They have actually marked some fonts that are going well with each other. Heading, which heading goes well with which heading goes well with which subheading, which body, and this is what is helpful for that. Fine. Go to the designs. Do not use the templates. Go to the styles, and then there is something called as font sets there. Okay, this will give you proper combination of the fonts. Fine. Okay, this was also discussed. Okay, for this column we could have written it and some other pattern. Okay, this I've taught you, probably remember, right? How did you teach you this? I've shown you how to do this, right? Twice I've shown you. One is the hollow thing added up, and this is the second one. Yes, very good, excellent. So then we are just making use of something else to position it up. For example, this here, you can use a half moon also. You can use whatever you want, like this. Okay, what am I doing with this is I'm just clubbing it up in between. See here, it gives you a feel of a cutout. Okay, there's a cutout in between. It gives you a feel of a cutout. Only this round is being moved. Okay, when I change this color, you'll understand what is that round shape. I've taken that round shape. This brown shape. I'm changing it up to the color of a background, so it's not visible there. Okay, that is called as a cutout. Okay, there's no cutouts. Cutouts is nothing but elements. It's nothing. We are using the elements. This is the graphic. For example, think this is a graphic. Okay, listen, dear sisters and brothers. This is a graphic. Okay, you just can type. You can type curve. Yes, shapes. Any shape you can write. Okay, you can write a curve. You can write a star. For example, if you want a star, you can take a star. Go ahead and take a star. Delete this. Okay, take this shape. Okay, you can make the cutout in this format. Cutout is nothing but you're going to make cuts in your designs. Something like this. Just here. It feels like the color has been put from here to there, right? Okay, how is this cutout being made? White colored. This one I have taken and I've made this cutout. See here, this one, this cutout was from the same color as the background, right? So it shows that it is being cut. So again, I place the same thing with the same color white so that it doesn't look too bad. See here, now it looks good. So in this way, you can place the graphics, right? Okay. So in this way, you can just design the graphics. And then this is in this the another form of cutout that I'm showing here is I can just move it forward, layering it up and just clubbing it up in between these two and making sure it's in between there. And if you want how to give this, we can just go ahead and change the color to the background color. So in this way, you can show the cutouts. Just see here. Okay, you can even place the things like, for example, for this is al khalam, right? Let me place the khalam inside this and between this. Khalam would be the ink pen. Let me see if there is any ink pen in this. Ink pen. You can make something bigger and then you can place khalam inside this. Something like this can be placed inside, and it can it might give it a feeling of clubbed up. Okay, so let me see. Let me try this up. Okay, so let me just position it in the sandwich manner in between those both. Okay, so see here, you can change its color to something else, for example greenish or something like this. Okay, colors are not the concern because we can have the beautiful color selected from the color palette. Okay, so don't worry if you do not land into the beautiful colors. Fine, so do not worry about that. Okay, where is the font set, sister? It's on the designs, styles, font sets. Okay, yes, we can add the colors to the cutout. Yes, excellent. Yes. Yes, element would be the cutouts. Yes, Sister Omar said. Okay, who is late? If you can cover with the recordings, that would be better, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, and this in this way you can create. Or for this al qalam, you can have the graphics in some other format, right? Something like this you can write. Qalam, you can write it here. Okay, you can make it feel like there is something like a 3D thing that is being put up. So it just a bit of what we say movement is possible, and then you can just go to the effects and give it a shadow kind of feel. Fine, shadow kind of feel in this way. Or you can just play with this combinations, dear sisters and brothers. Play with these combinations and create the masterpieces. Fine. Okay, so in this way you can create, and then you can write the whatever you wanted for the um tagline. Okay, and then font set. If you do not like this font set, again go ahead with the styles and see with the remember, don't use the font combinations because both the colors and the this will be changed. So go ahead with the font sets. See all font sets, see all, and change the font sets whichever you want in this way. Okay, column, this also looks good. Okay, whichever you want. If this is fine with you, go ahead with this. Okay, there's column here. I'll remove that. Okay, then the color combination you can just change whatever you want. Okay, so in this way you can typecraft your things in your own ways. Fine. Okay, so even more to it, you can go ahead in the elements and see if you can add some more stuffs to this and create this stuff. Fine. Okay, if you want a mixture of the word combination as well as the symbols, then you can even go ahead with that as well. Fine. Okay, for this al khalam, if you want, no, this won't look good. Okay, make sure you are doing this very, what we say, in a very innovative and creative way, inshallah. Let me see your outputs, how you're going to go ahead with these things, inshallah, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, this might go well on the queue, or let me see if we'll can go it make it at least appear inside it. Okay, so try the things all along. Remember, one thing that looks good for you might not seem good for me. So remember, you have to be open to the reviews. Okay, be open to the reviews. Whatever reviews you get, collect it honestly, and you just don't have to be like, why was this review given or something like that. Make an effort, dear sisters and brothers. Once you get the honest review, just make an effort to change the things out. Okay, the colors can be changed later. Fine. And this way you can just create the graphics, add your own tagline there. Fine. Okay. Then, for example, your sisters and brothers, if you have something like the coffee cafe based, this one, what we say, logos and all to be made, then you just have to go ahead with mind mapping. Remember that. What is mind mapping? I already told you. It is something like you have to organize your, what we say, whatever the ideas you are there, you have just organize it, right? So you just mind map it. For example, if there is something like a coffee restaurant being established, or for a coffee cafe that is being put up, if they ask you to create a logo, then you just have to go ahead with the elements and see what will go well with my designs or something like that. Okay, for timing, I'll just select this one. Okay, for example, this one I'll select. Okay, I'll show you with the font combinations. Instead of going ahead with the styles, you can go ahead with textual content, and there is something called as font combinations over here also. Okay, you can select beautiful font combinations from this. See, for example, targets. Okay, remember one important thing, please write important. Whenever you are selecting this font combinations, okay, whenever you are selecting this, there is something called as ungroup. Ungroup. Can you all see this? When you select this, ungroup it up. Do this every time. Whenever you are going to select the font combinations, ungroup it. Or else it will be difficult to edit those things. Fine. Ungroup. Done with ungrouping. Now you have a free hand. You can put the things wherever you want. Targets, I'll write it here. Instead of targets, I can just change it to coffee cafe. Okay. Coffee cafe. Okay. Make sure you're following the English things here. Okay. Then, okay, for this one, let me just write a beautiful tagline. Every sip counts, or something like that. Fine. And this way. And this way you create the logos and make sure the font combinations are going well with your design. Now, what is remaining, dear sisters and brothers? Okay, you can add more elements to this. For example, if you want to add coffee beans. Okay, yesterday some of the sisters had put so many images here and there. No, dear sisters and brothers, that is not a logo. Logo has just a single symbol. Okay, you should not complicate your logo. You don't have to put tens and thousands of images on the frame and give it as a logo. That is not a logo. That is an image that you're making. Remember that. Logo is something that will show you, it is just symbolizing your business. That's all. Fine. If this is a symbol, that's your final. Okay, you cannot add hundreds of images. For example, yesterday I had seen some of the this one students putting the images like this, one image here, one image here. You cannot do that. Fine, you cannot do that. This is not a graphic. This is not a graphic. This is a logo. You just need one or two elements. For example, for this one, I have taken this one, and another element, if possible, if I want, I can go ahead and put this coffee instead of this coffee cafe. Okay, even I can design it with this coffee. Okay, I can just put this coffee like this, and then cafe over here somewhere. Okay, and just remove this coffee out of it. Okay, in that way even I can design. But still, dear sisters and brothers, you are not supposed to put hundreds of elements in the frame. Remember that. Fine, you can just put one or two elements, and you can just put, what we say, you can just put your tagline there. That's all. Fine, this doesn't look good. So you can create something else like this coffee. This can be your logo, and then you can just write this more typographically, and then something like handwriting can be chosen, and make sure you're just adding it to the frame in that pattern. And that way also you can do it. Fine. In this way, the same thing as a coffee, then we'll just write cafe here, and every sip counts. It can be written somewhere on the, and this way. This can be one logo. Okay, this can be a logo. Fine. And then the colors can be changed. So this way, dear sisters and brothers, again I'm telling you, do not make it, you do not give it a feel like you are creating the, what we say, you are creating the graphics. Okay, it's not graphics, dear sisters and brothers. It's a logo that you're creating. Logo should be very simple. Only you need to have, okay, you need to have, okay, you just can change the colors as you wish. Fine. Okay, so this is one way, or another way would be duplicate the page. I can just make sure, okay, something that was previously done, that could be another way. Fine. With this way also you can just go ahead with. Okay, run this and you can just add some coffee beans here and there, and then you can just make sure that you have a beautiful logo put up. Or for example, if you want to create it with the round one, you also can create it with the round one and this pattern. Fine. Okay, you also have round logos. Okay, I'll show you in a moment. I'll show you how to create the round logos. Fine. Okay, round logos, if you want to create, you can just create it in this pattern and then take it out in the form of the transparent background. I'll show you how you're going to create the round logos as well. For now, let's just leave this topic. Okay, then we're just going to change the colors, and this way the colors will be changed and your design looks perfect with the colors. Fine, remember that. And also there's something, for example, yes sisters and brothers, something I told you, mood board. Do you remember I have told you something about mood board? Okay, you can get inspired, you can get the inspirational colors from the photos. For example, think that you love something from your any photo. You are sitting in a restaurant and you love some colors from the restaurant. Fine. So for example, think that this is a restaurant and you love the colors from this restaurant. Okay, just an example. There are no colors here. Okay, you love colors from this image. How to put that in your own image? How do you do that? Yes. How to use the colors from this restaurant image into your design? Click on three dot button and then you have to apply colors to the page, right? This was already discussed. Apply colors to the page, and this way you do it. Fine. Okay, this is called as mood board. You can just have the, yes, apply colors to the piece. Excellent, excellent. And this way you just apply the colors. So you can just get the inspiration from the nature as well. Whatever photos you want, you can grab and you can replace the colors of the image and then create the logo. Okay, usually interior designers do it that way. Fine. Apply colors to the page. Fine. Okay, you can do it multiple times to create multiple kind of logos, multiple colored logos. Fine. Okay, then same thing, if you are going to create with the travels, you can just write travels and see, get an inspiration from that. Travels, tours and travels, if you want to create it with, for example, you can grab whatever you like. Let's see what goes well. You can take this one to create the round logos. Okay, you can just go ahead and see what goes well with the designs. You can just put it up on the designs and just create it. That's all you can do. Yes sisters and brothers. Okay, for example, if you want to create anything that you want, fine. Usually I stick on taking some things that are blackish because that should go well with the designs. Okay, black things that are not looking good. Let me just replace it with tours. Instead of travels, let me just have tours. Tours. Make sure you're writing the proper spellings. Remember that, because over here, dear sisters and brothers, it's not a Google. Fine. Google replaces it with proper spellings, but here it's not a Google, so make sure you're writing the proper spellings, or else you won't get a proper outcome. Fine. Okay, so whatever you want with the blacks, usually we take with the blacks because we can change the colors of those elements that have the black in them. Fine. Okay, something like this, if you wish to, you can take it and you can just name whatever. We'll just make our task easier. We'll just collect this one. Okay, we'll write it here if we wish. One thing, when you take the font combinations, ungroup it up. Okay. Okay, targets, instead of this targets, we'll just write our font. Okay, let me write United Tours and Travels. Tours and Travels. Okay, make sure you're applying the typography rules. Tours and Travels. Okay, when you write this, one should be in a handwriting fonts. Okay, one should be a bit, what we say, one should be a subheading kind of. Okay, for example, let me just write this in this format. For example, let it be in this format, not in this way. Okay, it's all bold. You know how to convert the bold letters, I mean capital letters, into small letters very easily. Hopefully you have seen that. There is something called as AA here. Can you see that? AA. When you click on this, all the capital letters will be converted to small letters. Click on it and see. Done? Understood? Capital to small. AA is mentioned. It will be in somewhat spacing and lines somewhere over there, or into this one. If you are with the smartphones, you will get that over there. You can convert big letters, bold letters to small letters with that. Fine. Okay. So in this way, you can just go ahead and create the stuff beautifully. Fine. Okay, tours and travels. If you want it in this way, okay, you can go ahead with this. So whatever font combination you want. So make it very simple. Make it seem simple. Fine. And then you can add what we say. If you want more stuffs to be added, for example, if you think that you can add more stuff to this, You can even add that. For example, let's see if we have some more things. Okay, nothing looks good here. So we'll just halt here and we'll just go ahead with another topic. Okay. Okay. If you have got time, please do that. Fine, please do that. Then there is something called as color, change the colors. Okay. For now, I'll just change it to something like this. Okay. Whatever you want, you can change it to. Okay, let it be this one. Okay, the next one. Let's start with the next graphic. So in this way, you can create any topics, dear sisters and brothers. If you want a boutique kind of for this one, if you want something like, okay, one more thing, dear sisters and brothers, this ones were made with the cutouts, right? If you think that this is very difficult, E and S cutout and all, creating this cutouts is difficult, there is cutouts over here itself. Go to the elements and type ES, EDU-SITE ES, and search for it. You will have the graphic designers who have already made the cutouts and written this for you. Okay, they have it already done for you. See here, yes, even this cutouts, you can use this and write, make sure you are creating the beautiful, what we say, logos with this. See here, you have it all in the elements pattern. This one, the cutout is already being made. You can just write whatever you wish to. Okay, see here, if you are creating something like R and with R and A, see here, it would go well with R and A. And this pattern, you can just club both of the things and then you can create a beautiful graphic with that. RA, AR or something like that. Al-Khalam, AQ if you want. You can just go ahead. Okay, the background is not well. So let's change the background so that you will get it through. Okay, and this way, dear sisters and brothers. For example, if you want to combine two graphics, yen and something like, if you want to combine yen and R, okay, you can just go ahead with something combining like this or something like these. Okay, or something like these. Yeah, not. Yes, this looks good. Okay, in this way, then colors can be changed easily with the color combinations. Okay, done with the color combinations. You don't even have to worry about the colors. Okay, because color palette will take what we say, take hold of your designs in a beautiful way. Okay, hopefully you're finding this interesting now, right? So with the elements, you can go ahead and create whatever stuffs you want in any pattern that you want. So here, this is the entangled text contents. Okay, these are called as entangled designs. A and B, if you want to entangle it up, we have the designs here in that pattern. A, B, and entangled. B, E, E, B, E, F, whatever is there, it's all entangled. If you want it in that way, you can even get that in that pattern as well. Understood? Okay, if you want that ES was there over there, right? So ES in this pattern, ES is here. You can just write ES, and now if you want, you can just place. I'll just copy from this one because I'll just copy it. Select multiple. Done. Copy it because we do not have much time. Okay, we'll just paste it here. Okay, so this for this E, we'll just write DU here, ITE here, EDU-SITE. In this pattern, you can make a beautiful design. Okay, so or else if you want to write entire EDU-SITE with this, you can write that EDU and SITE. Okay, yes, ITE. Any ways that you want, or else if you want EDU-SITE written down, you can write it that way as well. Okay, I'm just teaching you the ways. You have to do it by yourselves, dear sisters and brothers. Remember that, fine? I'm teaching you the way through which you can just get in hand with these designs, fine? Okay, and also single letters if you want. See here, E, I'll just grab E. See here, you have hundreds of graphic with just one letter, fine? E. Okay, I'll just take one such graphic. Just let me see what goes well with our designs. See here, you have that with the beautiful cutouts, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, just go through these designs. You will find that you have millions of templates with this frame, and you can just start creating your designs very beautifully. For example, if I've taken this E, I'll take the yes of the same pattern. Let me see if we have yes of same pattern. Okay, if it is there, that's well and good. It will be there actually. Fine, see it's over here. Okay, E and S is here. So what I'll do, I'll just club this and place it here. See, it's done. Now what should I do? I'll just place the EDU-SITE in that. So the entire EDU-SITE, I'll just grab this EDU-SITE from here. I'll just copy it up. I'll paste it in the center. Paste. So this is called as word art. Okay, you can even place the what you can place, dear sisters and brothers, the tagline, right? Oh, so let me just grab the tagline from this itself. Okay, copy it over. So are you getting the concepts? Yes, it can be easily done. It can all be easily done. I'm just showing you the ways I want you all to create your designs. I just want you all to create one with your name, dear sisters and brothers, because I have sisters who have put their names on their stories. and the what we say, the WhatsApp profiles, names as the designing. Okay, logos, name as a logo, symbol of excellence. Excellence. Okay, let's put up here. You can just minimize the font. The color is not at all well here, so you just can go ahead and change the colors. See how beautiful it looks now. Okay, change the colors. Make sure you are applying the beautiful colors. Okay, do not settle down for the colors that you don't like. Remember that. Fine. Okay, change the colors, change the colors. Okay, until and unless you love the colors, go ahead with that. Okay, and see here, this is not going well with the design. So if you want, you can give something called as spacing. See here, there's something called as spacing over here. This is the bulletin, and after that bulletin, there's something called as spacing. You can give the letter spacing. This is your letter spacing in this form. Fine, letter spacing. In this format, you can just edit your textual content. If you want, you can just make this entire thing into the bold one, or what we say into the capital letters. Fine, this looks good now. So in this way, the colors also matter, dear sisters and brothers. Colors should also be selected very wisely. Fine. Okay. So these are the ways you can create your own logos. Fine. And one important thing you wanted. Okay, I wanted you to create the logos with this one, right? Um, with the round one. So if you want to create it with the round, go to the elements. Okay, you have a keyword known as round label. Come on, type round label, everyone. Round label. Previously, we had done the logos, created the logos in the round manner. So round logo, you can just create the round logo. For example, I'll grab this one. I'll place it to the entire screen. Okay, and send it backwards. Position, arrange to back. Arrange to back. So in this way, you can create. Fine. If you want the round logos. Getting this? How to create the round logos? Yes or no? Okay, this is the way you create the round logos. For example, if you don't want this, if you want it in some other way, you can even go ahead with another labels. For example, I'll just duplicate this, duplicate the page. Okay, I'll see what goes well. Okay, you can even grab this one, instead of this. I can delete it up, delete. Okay, from here, I'm stretching it to the entire screen and sending it to the backwards. Okay, position to back. Okay, or there's something called as three dot button. Click on three dot button, and then there is something called as send it to back. Layer, send it to back. Okay, it's backward now, so it's not showing up. Now we can just change the colors. Colors is the main matter. Fine. So in this way, you can create it with the multiple colors. Fine. Understanding the concepts, dear sisters and brothers? Hopefully, yes. Okay, whatever you want in this way. Or for example, okay, one last logo I'm going to show you all. This will be the last logo. This will just carry it out. Okay, we'll just place it at the as this bigger one. Okay, make sure it occupies the entire screen. Okay, it's done. Now I'll grab ENS. So I'll just take this ENS itself. Copy. Okay, I'll just paste it over here. Done with the pasting. What I'm thinking of doing is ENS, let it be the word mark. Let it be the symbol that I'm going to use. Fine. Now, EDU-SITE and the symbol of excellence. This two has to be written, right? Okay, so I'll just copy this, select multiple, and I'll just copy it and paste it here. Okay, I'm going to show you how you're going to arrange this EDU-SITE into this round. Okay, arrange this EDU-SITE into this round, and how to arrange the symbol of excellence into this round. Okay, please concentrate now. Fine. Okay, just place it here. Go to the effects. Okay, go to the effects, and there is something called as shape. In the effects, there is something called as shape. Go to the curves there. Okay, curve there. There would be something over here. Okay, you just have to rotate it in whichever pattern you want. Understood this, dear sisters and brothers? If not, please let me know. I'll explain it to you again. Go to the effects. Go to the effects and overturn that. That's all. Symbol of excellence, I'll show you again. Click on the textual content that you want to turn it to. Go to the effects. Okay, go to the curve, and then there is something called as what kind of curve you want. So which direction you want. So direct it to whichever direction you want. Rotate it up, and this is done. Okay, now if you want to increase it in size, increase it, and then just rotate it accordingly. So it's done now. Symbol of excellence, EDU-SITE. Okay, this should have been a bit in the smaller letters, so it's now in the smaller letters. Done. Then the coloring is remaining. Just go ahead and start with the coloring. Okay, color palettes usually we take. Okay, and then we can just color it up. So I'm usually using the colors that are at the top, so it's not going well with that. Okay, if you want, you'll just change the color of the background. Fine, to white. Usually the background will also be colored, so please don't color the backgrounds. Remember that. Here, when you use the color palettes, background also will be colored, so you don't have to color the background. Later, you change it to white or black. Okay. Now, dear sisters and brothers, let me finalize this. Okay, how are you going to download this? Come on, let me. Anyone here in the chat box, tell me how you're going to download this. All of these. All with 31 designs. Go to the share. Yes, excellent. And go to the download. Okay, SVG format you're going to download. But some smartphones or some smartphones won't show you the SVG format. Hopefully you have seen that. Yesterday, some of you have shared me the SVG content and that was not visible on most of the devices on the WhatsApp and more. So for time being, for now, I'll export it to the PNG, okay? PNG. SVG and PNG, I already told you the difference. SVG, whenever you're going to give it to the clients, you have to give it in the SVG itself. But for now, because it is not visible on various smart devices, I'm just downloading it in PNG format. Okay, PNG format, and remember transparent backgrounds. Okay, and whatever pages you want, you can select. Okay, whatever pages you want. Okay, which you don't want, you can just make it out. Okay, for example, if you don't want entire thing, just select it all. Select it all. Done. Entire thing is gone. Now, which you want, you can select the only single page. Page number 5. Page number 5. Or if you want all, then click on all pages. Okay, 1 to 30. Done. And then just click on download. This way you download it without, yes, without what? Backgrounds. Remember that. Without backgrounds, you need to download your designs. Transparent backgrounds, PNG or SVG. SVG is what you have to deliver it to your clients. PNG just for now, just for time being, because I just want you to show and I want you also to do with me, because most of your devices won't be supporting SVG format. It is computer supported format. In iPhone it was showing up, but not in the smartphones, Android phones. Okay, so it's downloaded within a second, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, now I'll show you how to make your logos that you have designed into the 3D format. Okay, come on, I just want you all to go with me now. Go to your web browser, go to your Chrome browser, open it up. Once done, just type photop.com, photop.com, photopea.com, photopea.com. Have you all tried this? Come on, just open it up. photopea.com. Done? Okay, I'll be going very slow now. Hopefully, you all have downloaded the content that was shared. Do not worry, tomorrow you're going to have a holiday, inshallah. Tomorrow the classes will be off. I want you all to sit back and design whatever is left out, okay? Go through the recordings, stop the recordings, and design whatever is required. Fine. Okay, see here, dear sisters and brothers. This is the home screen that will appear when you just open the photop.com. Fine. Okay, there's something called as new projects, and then there's templates and open from computer. So I just want you all to click on templates there. Click on templates. Done. Once you click on templates, you can see whatever 3D logo. Okay, see a 3D logo mockup, not wall mockup. You can just go ahead with 3D logo mockup. This is a 3D logo mockup. Right? You can just click here and convert your logo into 3D logo mockup. Whichever you want, like paper logo if you want a golden logo, whatever you want, you can just go ahead with that. Okay. For example, think that I just want a 3D logo in which pattern. Okay, there are also the wall mockups here, sisters and brothers. If you want, you can go ahead with that. Okay, you have a 3 logo mockup here. Okay, I'll just go ahead with this one. Fine. Okay, you can even go ahead with the gold logos, whichever you want. Come on, I'll show you how to make it. Inshallah, your logos will look very beautiful with this. Fine. Okay, select whichever you want. I'll select this metallic logo. Okay, 3D metallic logo mockup. Done. Done till here? Please type done. Anyone done till here? Please type done. Okay. Once you are done, any template you just have to select photop.com, and then any template you can select. Any template you can select. And then there's something called as this is possible even on the smartphone. So I'm showing you this one. Okay, or else I had alternates. This is possible even with the smartphones. Okay, photop.com. There is something with a hash code here. Okay, the number of the design. Just click here. Once you have selected the template that you want to put your logo onto, just click onto this. Click onto this. Done. Okay, it will take 2 to 3 minutes or 2 to 3 seconds or at least 30 seconds to load. Okay, so please wait patiently. Okay, it's here. It's here. Fine. Have you all got the screen? Okay, on the smartphones, the view will be a bit constrained, so please do not worry. I'll show you how to make it. Are you all done? Done till here? Hopefully, yes. I'll take it as a yes. Alhamdulillah. On the right side, dear sisters and brothers, there is something, if you are with a smartphone, there is something called as layers. Instead of these layers, you will have something like this. On the smartphones, I'm telling you, okay? Something like this. Layers, something like this will be there on the right side. Click on that if you are with the smartphones. But if you are with the computer screen, this is the screen that you'll get. Okay? Over there, you will have something like your logo here. Your logo here. They are asking you to put your logos over here. Okay, just dual click. I'll show you where to dual click on this one, this part. Dual click. If you are with the computer screens, left click, double tap on left one. If you are with the smart devices, double tap here, dual tap. That's all. Dual tap. I've shown you where you had to tap. Okay, now it is given you the screen. Got it? The screen is visible now. Now again, go to the layers if you are with the smartphones, and this is a layer that is present here. Okay, now you don't want this. So what you'll do, you will hide it. How to hide it? Eye out. Okay, you just have to close its eye. Hide, we call it as a hide. Eye out. Done? You have hidden it. Are you done? Understanding? I'll explain to you procedure again if you are stuck out anywhere. Fine? Okay, so it's eyed out. Then you just have to go to the file and open and place. You're going to place your logo there. Open and place. Okay. Now, whatever you have downloaded, let me just make it maximized. Okay. So, whatever you have downloaded, I'll take this EDU-SITE wala. Okay. This one. Is it visible for you? Okay. Now, I'll increase it in size. It's somewhere here. I'll increase it so that it occupies the entire screen of this. What we say? Of this one. Okay. That is put up here. EDU-SITE. Is it fine now? Okay, I'll show you. Okay, how to hide on the layers on the right side. This will be present, right? Your logo here. They have told you to put your logo there. So you don't want that. You just have to click on that eye. So eye out will be done. So that's gone. Okay. So you just have to go to the file now and open and place your files. I mean your logo there. Fine. Open and place your logo. Whatever logo is there, you just have to place here. Fine. Okay. Then you just have to go to the file again and save smart object. Save smart object. It's been saved. Now what you're going to do is, you have two tabs here. Okay, you can just select which tab, which was your first tab here. First tab, tap on it. And here is ready. Here is your silver logo ready. And this way you can make a golden 3D logo or whatever logos you want with this way. In this way you can make it. Understood? Isn't it excellent? File. Okay, yes, I'll do it again, please. How to save this? I'll export this up as a JPG file because we can add it on the WhatsApp profile pics or something like that, high quality, and I'll just save it. The saving is done. I'll open it up. See over here. It's over here. Understood? How beautiful it is. You can just put it out wherever you want. Okay. We're going to do this again now. Okay. Come on. Start with the photopea.com. photopea.com. Okay. Just start with this. Go to the templates. Okay. Okay. The next thing, whichever you want. Okay. Whichever mockup you want. For example, if you want a wall mockup instead of 3D logo, you can even do the wall mockup. Okay. Wall mockup. For example, I'll make it on the wall. Make it appear on the wall. For which wall we can go ahead with? I'll take this wall. Okay. Okay. This is an incline. There's an incline here. Fine. Okay. So now I'll take this. I'll just add this to the photopea.com. Okay. I'll just go ahead with this one. Okay. So just give 2 minutes for that. Your editor page will be opened up. Okay. Now what is the procedure? You just have the layers on the right side. Dual click on this part. See, I'm explaining it again. Dual click on this part. Your logo here. They already told you put your logo here. So you just have to dual click on this. Dual click. Okay. So your logo here. Okay. You have to put your logo on this part. Fine. To put your logo on this part, dear sisters and brothers, you have to eye this out. Okay. You have to eye this out. Okay. there's one glitch here. Just give me 1 minute, okay? You just have to give me 1 minute because there's a bit of glitch here. Just a moment, inshallah. Zoom. Okay, am I audible now? Am I audible, dear sisters and brothers? Okay, Alhamdulillah. So the actually the Zoom has some error in it. Actually, whenever you someone else annotates, the annotator would be gone from my side. So make sure no one clicks on the annotate button. Please make sure you're not clicking on the annotate button, please. Okay. So okay. So over here, you just have to go ahead with this a hiding option. Okay, hide it up. Fine, hide it up. Once you hide this, dear sisters and brothers, okay, once you hide this, you can add your own element onto it. File, open in place. Okay, you can add your own element now. For example, okay, make sure it's bigger. Okay, I'll give it this one, EDU-SITE. Okay, make sure you're making it bigger in size so that it occupies the screen. Okay, this is fine. If you want to rotate, there is also a rotate button. Okay, done with this. And then you just have to go to the file and save smart object. Fine. Once it is saved, dear sisters and brothers, go back to this tab and you will find it on the wall. Can you see that? This is the wall marker part. Okay, hopefully you all have understood this. Yes or no, kindly type. Okay, Alhamdulillah, Barakallah Fiki. So Alhamdulillah, we're done with the logo topic, and most of the logos were covered. Most of the different topics of the logos were covered. Alhamdulillah, with this session. Yes, sisters and brothers, hopefully you all have learned this and understood this very excellently. Yes or no? Yes. Okay, Alhamdulillah, mashallah, I have got so many yes here. Barakallahu fiki. Inshallah, dear sisters and brothers, you will be able to scratch this when you are going to, inshallah, do it for the clients. And also, dear sisters and brothers, I want you all, yes, what is your homework is you have to convert all your designs to the 3D format, okay, 3D logos, fine. Okay, I just want you all to spare 10 minutes of your time now because we'll just start this topic of social media graphics, and inshallah, that will work on the Monday as well. So let's begin. Okay, we're going to start creating social media graphics after going to go ahead with the logos. Okay, so what is social media graphics, dear sisters and brothers? The graphics that you see, whatever graphics that you see here and there, especially on the social sites, right? Social sites, we call them as the social media graphics. For example, okay, just a moment, inshallah. If you have got Canva over here, no. Okay, just give me a moment, inshallah. Let me see if we have some Canva graphics that are put up here. Okay, no, we do not have it here. Okay, we'll be showing you later, inshallah. So the graphics, most of the graphics that we create are of the social media, okay, because we are going to post it on the social media, right? So we usually call the content that we create for the social media as social media graphics, okay? So yes, sisters and brothers, we have it for the Instagram, we have it for the Facebook, we have it for the X platform, we have it for the what we say. Tell me some social media accounts. Come on. Yes, Instagram, Facebook. What more? WhatsApp. Yes, Twitter. Instead of Twitter is X. What more? What more? Come on. Pinterest. Yes, and then Snapchat. Yes, we create so many graphics for various accounts, right? And few more. Come on, mention it. TikTok. Yes, all of these are the graphics, and we're going to cover it for all. Okay, so whichever you want to create your graphics for, dear sisters and brothers, you just have to go to the create a design and you just have to type your name, type your social account there. Okay, for example, you are creating it for Instagram. type Instagram there. Okay, what Instagram graphic you're creating? Is it a post? Is it a story? Is it a reel? Is it a picture? Is it a story or whatever? Okay, or for example, if you're creating it for the Pinterest, okay, if you're creating a Pinterest pin, you can just write Pinterest pin, Pinterest carousel ads, or the video pin you're creating, or you're creating the idea or just idea pin or something like that. Okay, whatever you want, you can just type it here and you will get it. Yes, LinkedIn post also you are going to create here. Right? So whichever you want, come on, now it's your time. You have the access, whichever social media graphic you want, you can start creating now. Okay, so I'll select Facebook. Okay, Facebook, whichever social media name, site name you want, put it here. Fine. Okay, yes, Arabic text. Okay, inshallah, we'll see. So Facebook will just write here, and then we'll just go ahead with Facebook post. There are 2 to 3 kind of posts: square post, landscape post. I prefer using the square post. Fine, I prefer using the square post. So Facebook square post. Okay, you take whatever you want: LinkedIn post, TikTok post, Snapchat post, whichever you want to make the post on. You can just go ahead with that. Fine. So this is the social media graphics. Fine. So now this is your framework. You can create whatever you want over here. Fine. So the very first social media graphic that we're going to start, dear sisters and brothers, from Monday, inshallah, would be Quranic graphics. Okay, Quranic reminders, Quranic content. Inshallah, you're going to put the Quranic ayahs into the visual format. Inshallah. So, dear sisters and brothers, you have a very big task to create. Inshallah, this is really the best of the best knowledge that you all can gain. I mean, how you're going to add the graphics into the, I mean, the Quranic content, the word of Allah, the speech of Allah in the form of graphics, inshallah. So, dear sisters and brothers, what I'll do is I'll tell you how to source it. Okay, how to source the Arabic content, how you're going to source the textual content, how you're going to source the mp3 audio, and how you're going to get all of it from. Okay, just give me 5 more minutes from your time, inshallah, because you will be able to understand this in your 1 day break, inshallah, and then from the Monday we'll start with creation, inshallah. So you just have to go to the Chrome platform. Okay, any site that you have, any site that your Safari or any browser that you have. Okay, open it up and just type everyaya.com. We as the graphic designer, we use this very much in our designs. Okay, everyaya.com. While designing, we use this site so much. Everyayah.com. EVERYAYAH.com. Okay, just click on go, and here you are. Okay, here, whichever reciter you want, dear sisters and brothers, the best of the best reciter, you have it all here. Mishari Al-Afasi Rashid, or if you say Hania Rafai, Ad-Dusari, and then Moakhili, whichever you want, you have every reciter here. My personal favorites would be Hania Rafai. Even you have Sadul Ramidi. Okay, whatever, whichever the Al-Afasi, Mr. Mishari Al-Afasi Rashid, you have most of the reciters that are famous that are present here. Fine. So whichever you want. For example, let me just go ahead with Yasir Dosari. Okay, then we'll just go ahead with which okay, you can select single ayah. You know what we as a graphic designer get? We get single ayah projects. Okay, we get single ayah projects. If you're working on an entire surah, that is the biggest project. Okay, that would be a big project that we have to work on. If you are getting big project, it takes at least 2 to 3 hours to edit. Fine. If you're going to go ahead with single ayah project, that is an excellent way you're going to go ahead with designing. Okay, because in Instagram and Facebook or everywhere, you have single ayah project. Have you all seen on the reels and the shorts what they put up? They actually put up the single ayahs as the videos, right? Videos or the shorts. So yes. So in that way, you can just go ahead with single ayah. For example, Surah Al-Baqarah. Ayah number which you want. Ayah number 180 if you want, 165 you want, 146 you want, whichever ayah you want, you can just mention. Okay. For example, 128. In this way, Rabbana waj'alna muslimin. Okay, whatever, whichever ayah you want, 135. Okay, whichever ayah you want, you can just get it done with this. Let me just select the last ayah. Okay, this would be the best ayah. وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي أَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ. Okay, so over here, dear sisters and brothers, 186 Surah Al-Baqarah. So we can just go ahead with this ayah if you want. For example, if you just want the first part, وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي أَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ. If you just want to put this part, even that we can get ahead with. Okay, this is how you grab the textual content. This is the textual content. Okay, Arabic text. You cannot write it. If you want, you can also write it, but the written of the Quranic content won't be that perfect with the Canva. Okay, so we don't prefer, we don't ask you to go ahead with the Canva textual content. Fine. So make sure you are grabbing the content from the online. Fine. From this is authentic site. So you just can go ahead and right click on this, download the image. Right click, download this image. Understood? And now there is something with the mp3. Okay, if you want to place the mp3, okay, Quranic ayah, you just have three dot button here, click on it and download the ayah. Download the ayah. Done. Within a second, both is done. Textual content you have got, Arabic text you have got, ayah recitation you have got. Now you want translation. Surah Baqarah ayah 186. You just have to write. And remember Sahih International Translation. Yes, AHIH. Sahih translation for Sahih translation for okay, I'm audible. Ayah 186. Okay. So okay. So you need Sahih International Translation, dear sisters and brothers. You can just go ahead and grab it from this. So you have so many ayahs. So what was the ayah number? Is it 186 itself? Yes. So Sahih translation. Make sure you're writing Sahih translation, okay? Sahih translation. Okay. And when my servants ask you, O Muhammad, concerning me, say that I'm near. Okay, in this way. Till here you can just grab it and copy it up. Fine. Now we just go back to Canva. You have it all in hand now. Okay. Please show how to download. Okay, see here, dear sisters and brothers, everyaya.com. There is three dot button here. Download it. Done. And for this, right click, and download image. Done. Both is done. As simple as that. Just go back to the Canva now. And what you're going to do, first go to the gallery. You have the textual content, Arabic text, okay, in the gallery, or you can upload it. Okay, you just have to add it to the page. It's over here. Okay, the very first thing that you have recently downloaded. If you just want till here, you can just crop this up like this. Okay, okay, it's over here now. Okay, now if you want the textual content, go to the textual content, add a text box, and now you just have to paste whatever you have downloaded, and then this is here. Okay, this is how you grab the graphics. Okay, only one topic is done, how to grab it. Okay, we have not yet what we say, we have not yet created the graphic. It's just for you how to, I just have explained how to source this up. Okay, for example, I'll duplicate it and I'll just write the ayah numbers. Surah Baqarah ayah 186. Ayah 186. Done. Hopefully you all have understood this. Yes or no? Okay, later we are going to learn how to put the graphics. First thing you had to do was select a beautiful background. Then you have to go ahead with this thing, okay? But I have shown you how to source this up, and inshallah in the next sessions, dear sisters and brothers, I'll show you how to add the graphics to this. Fine? Hopefully you all have understood this. Yes or no? Inshallah, with the spirit to learn to edit the Quranic content, edit and put the Quranic content into the form of the flyers. Inshallah, let's be gathered together in Monday's class as well with this high spirit. Inshallah, dear sisters and brothers, take care of yourselves. Inshallah, tomorrow you're going to have a break. Inshallah, utilize this wisely and please make sure you're learning the entirety. Okay, learning the logo making, the 3D making, and whatever the things that were taught up till here, dear sisters and brothers, I want you all to get it done. Okay, and the homeworks would be the same. Graphics you have to put up, the logo making, and 3D logos. Fine. Today's homework would be the 3D logos. Whatever the logos you have made, make sure you are making a 3D logo out of it, inshallah. Okay. So take care of yourselves, dear sisters and brothers. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Audio making, inshallah, in the next class. Okay. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.